Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原にたむすまります。かむろぎかむろみのみことやそめみよやかぶいざなぎのみことつくしのいむかのたちはなのうおどのあはぎはらぎみそぎはらいたもうどきになりませるあらいどの神たちころもろのまがことつみけがれよあらいたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしを天つかみ国つかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨のふちこまのいに降り立ててきこしめせとかしこみもまおす弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえかながらたまちがえませかながらたまちがえませ Great God of light, creator and giver of all life,
in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all of humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your grace.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Happiness. When people cannot detach themselves from greed and unlimited material desire, they ruin themselves in spirit and body. How tragic it is. Many are blinded by greed and temporal pleasures, losing sight of the true path to eternal happiness. Freedom of choice is given to everyone. Through our thoughts, we can create heaven or hell. Two of our most common and characteristically human weaknesses are ego and attachment. In fact, they are so closely related they could be considered twins. Careful observation of any complicated, unsolved problem reveals that its reason almost always lies in these twins. For example, some ego driven public officials with inordinate attachment to their offices are eventually forced to quit in disgrace. When business people place the pursuit of money and self profit before the good of their company and fellow workers, they often lose fortune in the long run. The over possessiveness of one lover can actually cause the other to seek an end to the relationship. Individuals who make those around them suffer as a result of being obstinate and egocentric eventually bring about suffering for themselves as well. A major goal of religion is to help us rid ourselves of our overindulgent egos and extreme attachments. Ever since I learned this truth and begun putting it into practice, I have freed myself from a great deal of mental suffering. And in every area of life, I have experienced good results. The adage, do not worry about either the past or the future, is wise indeed.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. You also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. This morning, I want to share with you the faith experience of Fabiana Martinheiro dos Santos Silva. She's from the Jacarepaguá, recently in Rio de Janeiro. Fabiana has been a Johrei member for 12 years. She gives service as a family assistant in the liturgy and also supports the youth group at her Johrei Center. She has always tried to share the light of God and Meishu-sama to work through Johrei, nature farming, and appreciation of art and beauty. She regularly prepares small flower arrangements to give as gifts to her co-workers, making the work environment more cheerful and harmonious. She explained to them the importance of having flowers at home and of consuming natural and organic foods, which are rich in vital energy. During breaks, they would share their thoughts and I would listen to them with attention. Through these experiences and practices, one of her co-workers began making a home garden with the guidelines obtained from the books of the Mokichi Okada Foundation, which Fabiana had given to her. Other co-workers began to consume our Coring brand products, and for those who were more receptive, Fabiana offered Johrei and invited them to visit the Johrei Center, which is close to their workplace, during their lunchtime. In 2020, due to the pandemic, her company adopted the work from home system. During this time, to the restrictive measures, the temporary closing of the Johrei Center, and the insecurity generated by the coronavirus, Fabiana experienced anxiety attacks. Aware that some co-workers and friends were experiencing the same situation as hers, Fabiana asked her minister how she could be of useful to her colleagues. She was advised to channel self-Johrei, to study Meishu-sama's divine writings, and to participate in our daily online services. Fabiana put the guidance received into practice and began sending the links of our online services, as well as excerpts from Meishu-sama's teachings to her co-workers, family, and friends. With this practice, after a month, her anxiety attacks ceased. A co-worker who suffered from severe depression reported her nervousness and apprehension with the new reality imposed by the pandemic. Consequently, Fabiana began to study Meishu-sama's teachings with her through video conference. Her friend now feels much better from her depression while Fabiana continues assisting her. Fabiana realized that through small altruistic actions, we can contribute to changing the state of mind and provide a little hope to others, and that people's gratitude is reflected in our lives in the form of light and protection. Fabiana is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama for the learning she obtained through our practice of faith. She now reaffirms her commitment to become an effective instrument in the divine work, guiding as many people as possible to the path of happiness. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to this faith experience. Wish you a very wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.